Alright, so this is how to make a build battle voting system with commands. I got this idea, still in my comments, I'm really sorry, I've forgotten who. Gave me the idea, and asked me to create one. So I have created one, and it has worked, don't worry. So the way, I could have made it nicer to start, but the way you start is by pressing the wrestling block here. You're given red and yellow wool. These represent the different colours, so like bad's okay, and you can add green for good, dark green for amazing, whatever. But if I drop the wool, I get, you voted for bad, you voted for okay, bad, okay, I can do this as many times as I want. But I need to vote for bad overall, because it does count up the majority of votes. So whoever got the most, whatever thing got the most votes, is the one that wins. And because I don't have any other players voting for those counted votes, the players voted for okay. And the reason this is because these two armor stands are included because I have no other players. So I get rid of those. I just quickly get rid of that and just remove the tag of red from myself. Remove red. Okay, and then if I I'll do the same thing, and I'll show you it works for red as well, if red wins. So if I tag all armor stands with red, and then tag s remove red, and obviously if I do oh, I got rid of them. Okay, well trust me, it works, and it works with yellow as well. I just won't do it again. And basically all it is well, there's actually quite a few command blocks involved. These ones over here. Okay, so first up, these command blocks. Now these ones are the ones that you can customize and have them however you want, and you can duplicate this as many times as you want. Each of these chains of command blocks is one vote thing. So you know, bad. You could have red is terrible, orange is bad, yellow is okay. Light green is good, dark green is amazing, and purple is godly, like how happens on Hive. But so I will show you both, but you just need to. So this one is for red. So the first command you need is a repeat unconditional needs redstone command block. Execute on first stick on with the delay to 0, and the command is execute at E, type equals item, name equals red wool in quotation marks, or the name of the item. Tilde tilde tilde, test for at P, R equals 1, tag equals exclamation mark red or not red. So what it's doing is executing at all items called red wool, which is red wool, to test for players within the radius of 2 without the tag of red, radius of 1, sorry. And then chain unconditional. All of these commands have to be unconditional, I recommend, okay? Chain unconditional always active, then takes a 0. Execute at E, type equals item, name equals red wool, tilde tilde tilde, tag at P, R equals 2, remove yellow. Then the same thing, exactly the same command, but remove green instead of yellow. That's useless because I haven't created a green one. But that's showing you, so if you had dark green and purple, you also need to have more of these command blocks removing the tags of dark green and purple to make sure that they have none of those tags, because if they have 2 of those tags, it'll mess up the voting system. Hey everyone, so a really quick interruption from future me. I have just finished an hour-and-a-half long live stream, the first live stream I've done. And I just want to say, if you were there, thank you all so very much. I had a blast, I hope you guys did too. There were a couple of people, I'm not going to name names, who were there for the entire time. That's an hour-and-a-half of me. I couldn't stand that. Let alone you guys. But anyway, thank you all so much, I really appreciate it. I'm going to be live streaming a lot more from now on. So if you do want to be involved in those live streams, join my Discord. There'll be a link in the description, because that's what I will announce a day in advance of live streams. I also schedule them, but it's harder to see a scheduled live stream. But I announce them a day in advance, because I don't actually have a schedule yet for when I live stream. And there you can let me know what you guys want me to do for a live stream, because next one I think I'm going to be doing some either Java Skyblock or Bedrock Survival. One of the two, I'm not really sure, but I'll be doing something. If you guys want to, I've already got a poll on what I should do, so that's in polls and forums channel on my Discord server. But yeah, just join, verify, get yourself all the reaction roles so you get pinged for polls and announcements, things like that. And yeah, I'd really appreciate it. You all did about 10 concurrent viewers, which is absolutely insane. Thank you all so very much. But anyway, yeah, let's go on with the video. Because they're only allowed to vote for one thing, because otherwise it's not really voting, is it? I don't know. But when you've done that, you want to Basically, after you've done that, you want to execute at E, type equals. So chain unconditional was active. I've put delentics to 2 here, however that's not necessary. You may as well put it to 0. Execute at E, type equals item, name equals red wool, tilde tilde tilde, give at P, wool 114. So what this is doing so far, if you aren't following along, if the player has dropped the red wool, the wool will then, so basically, what's that command block? So, if the player has dropped the red wool, and the red wool finds a player within one block of it, it will tag them with, it will remove any other tag, so you obviously more of these command blocks, of any other vote to any other colour. Then it will then it will tag them with red. So these 4 here is basically meaning that when you drop the red wool, get rid of every other tag, every other voting tag, and give them red, which means if you drop red wool, you've set your vote to red, basically. So I don't know whether I did that one, but it's just execute at P at E, type equals item equals red wool, tilde tilde tilde, tag at P. I've done a high radius because the wool will drop, add red, and then, as I said, give them wool 114. That's giving them 1 wool with the, what's it called? Basically 1 wool with the ID 14, which is red. Let me show you all the wool IDs. So if you're giving them yellow wool, you need 4. So over here I've got a wall of them. So white is 16, black is 15, red is 14, things like that. That's the ID needed. Just pause the video there. And it's quite hard to explain this, but if you copy down everything I do, you'll get it, okay? You'll be able to do it. And you give them a wool. So when they drop the wool, obviously they lose the wool. So you give them a wool back. And then you execute at E, type equals item, name equals red wool, tilde tilde tilde, title at P, action bar, voted for bad. Now obviously I would normally make this coloured, but I forgot to. I couldn't be bothered. So what this is doing is telling them that they voted for bad, to make sure, just so they know that they successfully changed their vote. And then you kill the red wool, just so it doesn't happen again and nothing weird happens like that. You might actually want to put a delentics of 1 on here, just because, but I'm not going to because it worked with 0. But anyway, so I'm going to go through the commands again here, and it's quite hard to explain all this stuff, but just kind of copy down these, and red is red, obviously, orange would be orange, yellow would be yellow. The tags can be whatever you want, so red you could change the tag to bad, and yellow to okay, but I've just done them with the wool colours, just so it's a bit simpler for me, because my brain is not large enough to comprehend it. So you tag them with, so that happens, and then you remove all the other tags of them. So obviously you need 2 more command blocks if you had good and amazing as well, and then they'd go on. So what each command block removes a tag, then you give them the tag of red, which has finished the changing of their vote, and then clean everything up that's happened by giving them a wool, saying that they voted for red or bad, and then killing the item. Exactly the same with yellow. Execute a, type equals item, name equals yellow wool this time, tilde tilde tilde, test 4 P, raise 1 tag equals not yellow, hence exclamation mark. If it's found that, again you remove the tag. So where it said execute at E, type equals item, name equals red wool here, you need to change red wool to yellow wool. So that's quite simple, it doesn't take much effort, but yellow wool, you remove the tag of red instead of the tag of yellow. Again, remove the tag of green, however, wait, so that's a different one. Yeah, they go remove the tag of green, but I don't have green, so that's useless. And then you add the tag of yellow to them. You give them a wool 1-4, which is yellow wool. You say voted for OK, and then you kill the yellow wool. So that's exactly the same as that one, apart from any instance of red wool, basically, it's replaced with yellow wool. So then you repeat this as many times as you want. If you then had green wool, where it said yellow wool, it would be green wool or lime wool if it was the light green. And then the tag would be green instead. And all that. The tags are really custom. Tags are quite complicated. I recommend you checking out how to use my... Actually, don't do mine, because my one's really old and bad. I'm soon going to be doing an updated version of how to use the /tag command though. So I recommend checking that out. There'll be a card in the top right if it's uploaded before this. If it isn't, and you're watching this a couple of days after this video, it'll be out probably. But you could just add it like as many times as you want. For as many, I recommend only doing about 5 different options, because otherwise it gets more complicated. And now this is where it gets complicated. So I have two different bits here. Jeez, it's going to be a long tutorial. The first one is impulse unconditional needs redstone, delay and ticks is 0. The delays and ticks are more important here. And it's just setting this block to redstone. This one, chain conditional, is active. It's setting this block to redstone. So when you press this, it starts the thing by getting these two things activated. Then a command block called build battle says voting zone for 30 seconds. Then you give the player a yellow wall and a red wall. And obviously then you also give them a green wall and a pink wall and a orange wall and whatever else. Anyway, and then here, this is 30 seconds later, so a delay and ticks is 600, 20 ticks is a second. Same thing, impulse unconditional needs redstone. The first two, again, but just setting these two blocks to air. So set block, coordinates air. These coordinates would be the coordinates of here. So wait, there. And then you want to say voting is closed, counting votes. The votes are counting, so a second delay and ticks. Set those two coordinates, which are the coordinates of here. So that will then set these two blocks to redstone, which will do the counting system. So the counting system is quite simple. It's repeat unconditional needs redstone command block, test for at E tag equals red. I did at E because I was using armor stands because I didn't have enough players, but you can do test for at A if you want, if you're using players. Then test for at A tag equals yellow, and you'd repeat these for orange, green, purple, whatever. And basically, you're going to have an uneven amount of people playing. I'm not exactly sure how it would work if you've got more than 2 votes. But if I haven't set up a system where if the votes are equal, it does something different. It will just say that both of them won, basically. So you've got to be careful of that. But basically, you have a comparator, not in subtract mode, so that torch is off, going out of this block into redstone dust, and then redstone on top of this command block. So basically, if you have 3 players, if you have 11 players in the game, and a majority win would be 7. So 6 people, sorry. So you'd want, this is 2 basically, so you'd have, so if 1 player voted for it, this will send out a signal of 1, which means 1 redstone will be activated. However, so if 2 people won these 2, so if I set it up here, if 3 people won, these 3 would be on, and these would be off, because 4 people haven't won. If 7 people had voted for red, sorry, you'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 on here, and this one would be off. However, this is another redstone, so it's 1 less. So if you want if you want a vote of 2 to say this happens, you'd want redstone here and up here, because this is the second piece, which will then activate this command block and say that the players voted bad. If you have 5 players, because this is 2, you would have it up, you'd have 1, 2, 3, 4, it would be up here that you would say it. If there were 9 players playing, which means that 5 would be a majority, you'd have it up here. But as only 2 is a majority, because I did 3, you'd have it here, and you could make it as many people as you want, and again, you basically just duplicate this for any other colour. And you did not understand any of that. If you understood that, let me know, because I don't think you did. I didn't understand myself, like, recording it. I'm not that smart, honestly. I'm just... Oh, God. I'm not... There are some tutorials, right, like this, that I just cannot make. Because I don't like making videos longer than, like, 10-15 minutes. And things like this, I find it really hard to explain what I'm doing. I'm really bad at making tutorials, aren't I? I'm really bad at making tutorials. But literally just copy down everything I did. Just pause on each individual cam when I open it and just copy down what I did. And it should work. And if you were going to be one of those people who comments it didn't work, please, before you do that, go into every single command block and check the previous output down here and tell me what it says. Tell me if there's a previous output like syntax error or anything like that, or error or anything like that. Check you have the tags. Just don't say it didn't work, because that just doesn't help me at all, and I really need help. But I will obviously respond to all your comments anyway. I love responding to comments, and I always do so. And if you didn't understand this, oh, it's so confusing. I want to be able to live stream, because if I'm able to live stream, I could probably do all this on a live stream, or I could just do live stream showing off. I could just do like a half-hour long live stream where I respond to all your questions on there, which would make my life so much easier. And I'd be able to do other stuff. But I need a better mic for that, and probably a better laptop or PC or whatever. However, I can try live streaming if I get myself a mic, which I don't have, unfortunately. But yeah, I hope you guys all did enjoy, and I hope you guys all did understand, which you probably didn't. But if you did or didn't, do consider leaving a like down below. It goes a long way and helps me out a ton. Also subscribe for more gameplay tutorials, things like that. We're on the road to 1,000 subscribers. I'd really appreciate it if you helped me on my journey there. Comment down below any other videos that you'd like to see, and you might get a video on it, like whoever it was got a video on it here. Join my Discord, follow me on Instagram, there are loads of links in the description. I've been updating Discord a lot recently, and I have not been posting on Instagram, but may, if I feel like it. And I'll see you guys in a couple of days with another video.